We appreciate you cause it's all for the move. I know that I could always count on you to bring us all the new and latest news. And every day is a black man in this world. You know there's no one we'd rather hear it from. You and me will always be tight. Chaverst giving up the day and night. And even when you start acting like a fool, we appreciate you cause it's all for the move. I know that I could always count on you to bring us all the new and latest news. And every day is a black man in this world. You know there's no one we'd rather hear it from. It's the Carlos Chaverst Show.
Yo. Good morning to everybody. Welcome. Listen, it's the Carlos Chaverst Jr. Show. Listen, this is a very, very, very special week. Let me tell you all something. We are broadcasting live from Los Angeles, California. We are broadcasting live from Los Angeles, California. Good morning, everybody. It's the Carlos Chaverst Jr. Morning Show. I am Carlos Chaverst Jr. And we got Murdaham. Murdaham is with us this morning. Murdaham, say what's up to everybody.
What's up, man? Good morning. You are tuned in to the Carlos Chaverst Jr. Morning Show. Yeah, and it's early. It's real early.
Yes, it is. Listen. It is very early. Today is Monday, everybody. It is Monday, October 5th. So happy Monday to you all. We got a pretty good show lined up for you. Okay, we got a pretty good show lined up for everybody on this Monday. So again, welcome, and good morning. Listen, Tony, Andrea said happy belated Tonyo. So listen, yesterday was Tonyo Murdaham's birthday. So everybody, please wish Murdaham a happy belated birthday. Man, tell us about your birthday.
Man, my birthday was fast. Spent my birthday on Hollywood Boulevard, man. We was doing a little tourist action per se. Had a good lunch, followed by a slew of meetings, and finished it off kicking it. Shout out to Diana Swanbeck, CEO of Swanbeck LLC. She had me on Hennessy. So we went through a bottle of Hennessy, 50 Hennessy in about an hour. Didn't turn out too well, but we're here today.
Wow, yeah. We're here today. Raven Harris said good morning and happy B-Day Murdaham. So good morning to Raven. Hey, listen.
Thank you, Raven.
Let us know where you all are tuned in from. Listen, it is Monday. It's Monday, and it is a new day. Take a minute, like us on Facebook. We're all over the internet, YouTube, Instagram. We're live on YouTube and live on Facebook right now. All right, so later in the show, we got giveaways. We got a traffic report coming to you. We got a couple of commercials. We got your news and entertainment. Two of our co-hosts are out this morning. One, we had an issue where they're expected to be out for a while as that situation get taken care of. And other Jazmeen is actually sick right now in Birmingham, called us and let us know a little while ago. She might be on later to give us that news, but if not, we are prepared to stand by with your latest news and information for today. All right, so also we got the Legal View. Today is Monday, so every Monday and Friday we got the Legal View with attorney Sean Bowler. So Sean Bowler is going to talk about child custody today. She's going to talk about what it's like to actually deal with child custody. So we will have all of that and more here on the Carlos Chaverst Jr. Morning Show. So first up, it is time for everybody to wake up. Y'all need to wake up. Y'all need to wake it up. Wake it up. Wake it up. Welcome, everybody that's watching. We got Ant in Kansas City. So welcome from Kansas City. DeAndrea is from Hunts, Vegas. Welcome. Lakeisha said, happy birthday. God bless you with many, many more.
Thank you.
And Andrea is watching from Forestdale, Alabama. So we appreciate that. And Lakeisha is also in Birmingham. So we appreciate you all so very much. All right. So guess what? Listen, I need you guys to wake up real quick. So it's part of this is our wake up mix this morning. Get up, everybody.
When I wake up in the morning, love, and the sunlight hurts my eyes, and something without warning, love, bears heavy on my mind. Then I look at you, and this song's for you.
Today's a new day, but there is no sunshine. Nothing but clouds, and it's dark in my heart, and it feels like a cold night. Today's a new day, but where are my blue skies? There is a love and a joy.
Daddy Money, Ricky Rouse. Hello, good morning, tell me what the lick read. Pretty face, thin waist with the sick weed. First time fish telling in the 6-speed. Real bad boy, tell him come and get me. I'm at the fight, betting kinda like Bellman. Only took a trip to the truck twice. Unpacked them and then Air Maxes. Stuffed 6 figures in my damn air mattress. I'm in love with large bills, a dime with a fat, thin waist and tall heels. Yeah, it's the Teflon Don, 100 carats in the charm, time to give it back to Sean.
Hello. Good morning. Let's go. Hello. Good morning. Hello. Good morning.
I woke up this morning, the sunshine was shining. I put on my happy face. I'm living amazing, I'm breathing, I'm grateful. I put on my happy face. I woke up and realized this world's not so bad after all. Looked at it through a child's eyes and I saw this beautiful things that you never think about, like the ocean, moon, like stars and clouds. It's amazing how we don't appreciate our blessings. There's plenty of people who don't like me, but there's 10 times more who love me, and I love myself. Sometimes it gets tough, but I can give up, just take a deep breath, hold my eyes, feel the love and give a smile.
All right. Welcome back, everybody. Hopefully, everybody should be up and about your day. It is a beautiful day. Listen, we here, so you guys are going to get a chance to see the sunrise in Los Angeles with us this morning. So the sun will be rising right behind us, so you guys will get a chance to see that. All right, so look, we got a whole lot in store for you. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with more of the Carlos Chaverst Jr. Show after this quick commercial break.
iHangTVs.com, Alabama's #1 HD TV and surround sound installation team, specializing in TV over brick wall fireplace installations. And yes, we hide the wires. We also install TVs on your patio with outdoor sound for great backyard fun. Call us and book your installation today. 1-877-iHangTV.
I hang TVs.
And yes, we hang the wires.
All right, so welcome back, everybody. So check this out. It is now time for our morning news. You all are tuned in to the Carlos Chaverst Jr. Morning Show. This is Monday, October 5th, 2020. So morning news today. So everybody know. All right, even here on the show. So the topic of today is we're talking about Donald Trump battling COVID. All right, so we'll talk about that a little later, kind of give people an update on what's going on with Donald Trump as he is currently battling COVID-19. Now, we also want to hit on some other news that's happening this week. So basically, first off, let me put it to you this way: Donald Trump is taking over every headline for anything that is out there. Worldwide. You know, not just like every single word you can think of. Donald Trump is has come in, and he's literally make everything is about Trump now. Literally every single thing. So this week in our news, right now, the Attorney General William Barr he said that he will self-quarantine after initially reporting that he would not self-quarantine. So he was at the same event with everybody else around Donald Trump, the United States Attorney General. He was at the Supreme Court nomination hearing announcement last Saturday at the White House. And so with him being there and Kellyanne Conway, there's pictures and videos of them hugged up and all of that. And with Kellyanne Conway turning up positive, initially the Attorney General said that he will not self-quarantine because he did test negative. But now a spokesperson said that he will self-quarantine for now because he was at that same event. All right. So also the Senate GOP's third positive COVID case threatens the quick Barrett confirmation. So everybody know that the Attorney General, that the Supreme Court, Amy Barrett she was nominated by Trump last Saturday. Well, the confirmation for that is basically was supposed to happen in 2 weeks. And so in 2 weeks, we're supposed to have the confirmation hearing process begin and rapidly move through Congress. Now, this is a process that normally takes upwards of 70 plus days or so that they're looking to break down until about a 2 week process. All right. So with that, the Senate GOP could only afford to lose 4 senators. Right now, 3 senators are out due to COVID-19 that is on the committee that is supposed to actually confirm her nomination before it goes to the full Senate for a vote. So that is also pretty big news. Also, another Trump headline, okay? Trump was furious at his chief of staff for contradicting what the White House physician said, according to a lot of sources. So we all know that Donald Trump is battling COVID-19, but the reports are that his health is actually worse than what we are hearing right now, but that the information that we've been given by the White House physician, he hasn't necessarily been forthcoming about all the information. So that is where we are right now with what's going on. Okay, so you got the White House trying to put out as close to accurate information as possible. Then you have Trump, who's at the hospital with his physician, telling his physician, no, you're controlling the narrative. So this is what needs to be said. So that is what's happening this morning in our news. You all are tuned in and to the Carlos Chaverst Jr. Morning Show. That is your morning news, some of your morning news. Murdaham, you got any other news out there?
Trump related?
No, not necessarily Trump related. Just news. It just seemed like all the news is Trump related. So also we'll go over a couple other things. All right. So the Nobel Peace Prize in Medicine was won by a trio of scientists for discovery of hepatitis C. So that is something. Also, it holds back the water for the first time in 1,200 years. So they finally found a vehicle to hold back water for the first time in history. Also, the race inside Russia's vaccine laboratory. Russia is trying to do some things where they're trying to rush a vaccine through to become the first country to say that they have a vaccine, and also something to troll the United States of America to say, hey, we're the first people to put a vaccine out, not you all. So that's what's happening with that. So that's what we have this week in our morning news. So we're gonna talk about it. What you think, man? What you think of all this going on? And now, like, even with the news of Donald Trump saying that he understands COVID better. It took him almost 10 months and for him to catch it and almost die from it, for him to understand what COVID-19 is, you know.
I mean, I feel like he's always understood what it was. He just didn't, you know, they always say it doesn't affect you until it's knocking on your door.
Yeah.
So we've never had a presidential election, I don't think, shrouded in this much controversy and or just mystery.
Yeah. Yeah. And this could
have potentially catastrophic event. I mean, consequences. I don't think we're looking at it for exactly what it could become. Because just imagine if Donald Trump does die. Imagine if 4 out of the 10 people that have gotten it in his, circle die.
Imagine if them motherfuckers die.
Those are dire circumstances right there. Like we're talking about refilling 4 positions of government.
Yeah.
High-ranking positions. So, I don't think that's ever happened before, to where a pandemic has affected the presidency like that.
Yeah, no, you are absolutely correct. Listen, everybody, you guys are tuned in to the Carlos Chaverst Jr. Morning Show. We are live all over the internet. Please take a moment. We're giving away a lot of good stuff this week. We're going to give away a free flight. Yes, you can fly for free on us. All you got to do is, first off, text the keyword LOS. Okay, all you got to do first, starting out, all you got to do is text the word LOS, L-O-S, to 47447. Okay, that's the only thing you gotta do first. And we're gonna later on Friday of this week, the last day of broadcasting live from Los Angeles. You all will be able to win a flight, and so that's what we want you all to do. Now, listen. Let me explain something to you, okay? We're a little tight. All right, we out here in LA. It is currently it's 4:30 in the morning out here in LA. Okay, that's all I can say. Okay, it's very early, so leave me alone. This is our first day doing it from LA. We didn't know how this was gonna work out, and we just got in.
Yeah.
Talk about that for a second. Well, we've been.
So, as everybody knows, LA is 3 hours behind. So we're currently on Pacific Standard Time. We had meetings up until 2-ish. Normally, 4 o'clock is my normal time when I'm getting in the house. So now is pretty normal to me, 4 o'clock in the morning. But 4 o'clock is 3 hours behind normally. So this is now technically 7 o'clock. So, yeah.
Right. So just bear with us, everybody. Good morning to you. So hopefully that you all are up. It's our job to get you up, but we having to help ourselves get up in the meantime. So but check us out. And we're glad that you all are tuned in with us. Like I said, it's our first show live in LA. We're trying this out. We're giving away flights to 4 different cities. Okay, we got LA, Las Vegas, New York City, and Chicago. And guess what? We giving away a flight to each one of those cities while we in each one of those cities. So we in LA right now. Okay, so we're giving away a flight to LA this week. Okay, then we'll be in Chicago later this month. We're gonna give a flight to Chicago live from Chicago, baby. You already know, to win this city. We're going to be there. We're going to do that. Listen, you guys are tuned in to the Carlos Chaverst Jr. Morning Show. Text LOS right now, 474747. But don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with more of the Carlos Chaverst Jr. Morning Show.
done it again. That's right. The man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Snipe Young has done it once again. Certified gold.
Certified gold. The new Native Instruments, Snipe Young expansion.
Don't stop.
Welcome back, everybody. You're tuned into the Carlos Chaverst Jr. Show. All right, so listen, you guys are tuned in. It is me, Los, and it is Murdaham.
The original, not the digital.
The original, not the digital. Give them the whole thing, man. Don't just give them that.
It's early, man.
Give it to them.
All right, man. It's the original, not the digital, man. The only one, not the phony one, man. 10 toes since Nintendo. You know what I'm saying?
Tendo, make it doodle, with a foodo, you know what I'm saying? This is what it sounds like you said. All right, so good morning to everybody. Listen, it is now time for our entertainment news. Okay, entertainment news with Jazmeen. But guess what? Jazmeen ain't here right now. Jazmeen ain't here right now. So guess what you got to do?
Jazmeen got lit last night.
She probably did get lit last night. So, but we have your entertainment news this morning, everybody. All right, so check this out. Listen, so
I got some entertainment news.
What you got?
Anybody knows who Daryl Strawberry is? Daryl Strawberry is a well-known African-American baseball player, but he has offered to help Delonte West get clean. If, like I said, anybody knows Daryl Strawberry had his, run with drug abuse and just drug problems in general. So he's reached out to Delonte West. Everybody knows Delonte's been kind of down bad. Everybody try to blame it on LeBron, mama. Wink, wink. But viral videos and photos of Delonte West, who was once a millionaire NBA player, have circled and been circulating around. He's been homeless, looking real down bad. So Daryl Strawberry has extended his hand to help him with his addictions, because he's once handled addiction. So
wow, okay.
Daryl Strawberry, man.
Yeah, that's pretty dope. Now, in other entertainment news, we got Khloe Kardashian clapped back at the haters judging her appearance. She said, quote, "I'll never understand how bored or unhappy some people can be." Also, Tamar Braxton, she confirmed that she was working on new music. Quote, "I'm ready to pour some pain into my music," Tamar Braxton said.
And another thing, man, R.I.P. to Luther.
R.I.P. Luther. What happened with Luther?
Luther, whose real name is Thomas Jefferson Byrd, was shot and killed in Atlanta yesterday. Luther, for those who don't know, from the movie Set It Off, but he was in a bunch of other Spike Lee movies, a bunch of other stuff he's done. I don't want to just simplify him to Luther from Set It Off, but that was my favorite character that he played, because he was, my line was, "Good morning, ladies and gentlemen." So, yeah, man, R.I.P. to Luther, man. Gun violence is going crazy, man. We had this discussion about guns in America.
Yeah, we had that last week. Oh, my God.
Are a fundamental, guns are a constitutional right, but guns don't kill people. People with guns kill people. So we need to find a better way to deal with conflict resolution. That's one thing that's not taught in the Black community, is conflict resolution. We always either go from one extreme to the other.
To the other
we
extreme,
really don't learn how to diffuse stuff, because a lot of the times, and we know that 80% of the time, it's not really worth the reaction that we give off. So let's learn conflict resolution before the end of 2020.
Yes, no, I certainly agree. All right, continuing in other entertainment news, Rihanna opens up about her new music and not been able to tour due to COVID-19. She said, I quote, "I just want to have fun with music," end quote. So we're thinking of Rihanna as she is living her rich life, upset that she cannot be on tour. So thoughts and prayers to Rihanna for battling COVID-19, as all of us are. But we hope that Rihanna is able to get back to the stage very, very soon.
COVID actually affected us. I was actually supposed to. I had a 17-city tour that we were supposed to go on right before COVID started. They did. I want to say that the shutdown was like the 1st of March. I was set to go on the road on the 17th. And was going to be on the road through spring break. So COVID's affected a lot of people, and entertainers, a lot of them don't have a life outside of entertaining just because they're so famous. So Rihanna's getaway probably was being on tour, being able to travel to different cities and just being able to move how she's normally used to moving, because when you're Rihanna, you really can't just go to Walmart, or you can't just really go to average places like that because you're so well known. So it is kind of an adjustment to make to not be able to go outside.
Yes, yeah, it is.
And have that amount of people. And as a musician, like, we kind of get off on giving to our fans and putting on a show. So that's kind of been hard. Just imagine if something you like doing every day, if you couldn't broadcast or you couldn't go live for 6 months. Yeah,
well, it has happened with Facebook jail. All right, so in other entertainment news, the VP of sneakers and men's footwear at Versace said that he was racially profiled by police officers while holding a Versace shopping bag in Beverly Hills. And so I watched the video. And for those that haven't, so the VP of sneakers and men's footwear is a black man, and he was approached. All he did was went to a store that he doesn't work at necessarily, but he went to visit a store that is ran by one of his colleagues. And as he was at the store, that is when officers, when he came out with the bag, officers approached him and basically profiled him without even understanding that, hey, I'm the vice president of sneakers and men's footwear at Versace. So that's another situation of us being profiled. Also in entertainment news, they said Trump was accused of staging the new White House photos of him working following COVID-19 diagnosis. So we saw the photos and a lot of people was like, oh, these are fake. They were taken at the White House. These weren't taken at Walter Reed. But after further review, I did kind of do some research, and they were in fact taken at Walter Reed. But that does not mean that they were not staged photos. Also, as we wrap up our entertainment news, the Chicago mayor, Lori Lightfoot, showed up to a press conference in a Rona destroyer costume. She is a character. That lady is a character. She showed up with a Rona destroyer costume.
I don't know whose stylist is worse, though, her or Kay Ivy's. Because
oh my God.
Access to the money that they had, for them to come out dressed and
the way they
look, it's like, who? Okay, we know you're we know you don't have a stylist.
Oh my God, yeah, it is so weird. Also, and two more things. One, H&M is closing 250 stores amid the pandemic. And so with H&M, really quick, as we're wrapping up entertainment, but H&M, like the clothes look good sometimes, but them are some cheap ass clothes. Like, I can't even cap about it.
Stop buying. Okay, it's like cigars. You go in the store and you have a whole selection of cigars. If you go buy the games, or you can buy pom-poms, or you buy backwoods, or it just depends on where you're going. I shop in H&M a lot. H&M and Zara, those are two of my favorite stores. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. You just gotta, you gotta spend a little extra. It's like going in the dispensary. Everybody's like, oh man, dispensary weed is trash. You gotta stop buying the $15.35.
Well, see, you guys spend it. Well, I'm frugal, so I ain't gonna spend nothing. I'm gonna go to H&M, buy me something I can for $6.99, and I can wear it one time. It'll be all right. That one time is all I need.
Well, you just can't rewear. $39.99. You know what I'm saying? Now you got, because I'm not gonna lie. I've got a pair of jeans that I've had from H&M for 5 years.
Yeah, so I ain't got enough information that I got
It's
that
like
long.
my favorite pair of jeans. You know, I just kept that pair of jeans for so long.
All right, so in final entertainment news, the detective who fatally shot Breonna Taylor is seeking $75,000 on fundraising site so that he can retire. Okay, so this is not the Brett Heckinson, the one that's being charged with all this. He's not the one who fatally shot Breonna Taylor. Remember, he's only being charged with shooting into an apartment that almost nearly that could have potentially killed up to 3 people. So that's what he's been charged with. So the other detective is actually being is actually raising money, raising $75,000 so that he can retire. So that's what we have in our entertainment news this morning with Carlos and Murdaham. You all are tuned into the Carlos Chaverst Jr. Morning Show. It is us. We're live in Los Angeles all week this week, Monday through Friday. We got to get adjusted to this new schedule. It's 4:40 in the morning right now, but guess what? We up. We up. So guess what, everybody? We'll be right back with more of the Carlos Chaverst Jr. Morning Show. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned.
ET phone home like Marshall.
I love you, Kimchi. Already know everything you've been denying. 'Cause I know when you're lying. Already know everything you've been denying. 'Cause I know when you're lying. I know when you're lying. 'Cause I know when you're lying. Already know everything you've been denying. 'Cause I know when you're lying. I'm alone, but I'm not lonely. Comfortably indulging and trying to get to know me. I'm just an outline of what I used to be. Constantly evolving, steadily revolving. Confidently lost. I don't need you to find me. You don't define me. I am confidently lost. I don't need you to find me. 'Cause I'm not hiding.
All right, welcome back, everybody. You're tuned into the Carlos Chaverst Jr. Morning Show. We are live in Los Angeles, California. Murdaham. Man, tell us about that artist right there.
Man, big shout out to Christian Emil. He was featured on last week's segment of Crowd Control's In the Spotlight. Find him on all social media at Whiskey neat_86, and at Darkroom Media _. He got some dope work, dope paintings for sale. He also does commission work. So if you have a specialized idea, you want to get your name painted, or you just know exactly what you want to do, DM him, and he'll get it done for you.
Yes.
I'm actually getting a marble slab painting done from him. So when I get it from him, I'll make sure that I show you live.
Yes, live right here on the Carl Chaverst Jr. Morning Show. All right, so we're getting ready for our topic of the day. But before that, I want to shout out the Los Angeles mic. You guys can see on your screen the Los Angeles mic. That is the nice microphone that we have here. This thing is pretty dope. So that is the Los Angeles mic, everybody. So we're live from Los Angeles. It is now time for the topic of the day. The topic of today is
your favorite topic.
Listen, well, I guess so, because this is all we're talking about, okay? Donald Trump is still battling COVID-19. So that's what we're talking about today, everybody. I know you're like, God damn, why are we talking about Donald Trump still? Because this is very important. You guys don't understand the historical aspect around what's happening. This is very big for not only the country, but the world. Do you guys not realize that we've only had a handful of presidents to die in office? Okay, Theodore Roosevelt, when he died in office, listen, this man was out somewhere at an event, okay, visiting, and he told his folk, he said a couple of words. He said I probably like something like, I think I got a headache. The man got it. He told him he had a headache, ended up slumping over, feeling unconscious, and that was it. He never woke back up, and he died. They took him to the hospital. He died at the hospital. Teddy Roosevelt died in office. Okay, we've also had another president, William Hoover and Coolidge. They both also died while in office. Okay, one of them died 9 days after catching an illness. Okay, as the president, which also he was a month into the presidency. He just been the president for only a month. Okay, so this is a new precedent. Okay, for the first time in history, we have a president that's battling a life-changing disease. Even with Ronald Reagan. Remember when Ronald Reagan was shot? Okay, for the longest, they didn't know the condition of Ronald Reagan's health. But Ronald Reagan eventually recovered, and he made a full recovery, and he served out the rest of his presidency. So that's where we are here today. Donald Trump. Now, there's a lot of stuff going on because they don't want us to see everything. Okay, they hiding things from us purposefully because they don't want us to know the absolute truth. Okay, Trump, as we say all the time on this show, all right, give us your comments. Let us know what's going on. First off, let's go to our Facebook commenters and see what we got. Alicia said good morning to you. Jeremy and Samantha Hooper said good morning to you. Some of our faithful viewers. Shannon said good morning, good Monday morning. MJ Bryant said thought he was telling about Luther Vandross. No, not Luther in our morning news. Slicky said good morning, fam. So good morning to you. She also said she like H&M. She was talking about the H&M. She like H&M. And also she said you can rewear H&M clothes. You just can't rewash H&M clothes. That's the key to it. You can rewear them.
You just got it. We need to have that's another topic of discussion we need to have on how to properly wash and dry your clothing, because I think the drying part is where people go wrong, because you're never supposed to dry your clothes on high.
Well,
never. So people like to throw their clothes in there and put them on high and put them on 70 minutes, and then you get your shirt back and it's
my large shirt is a small shirt.
Yeah, but you're never supposed to dry your clothes on high.
And then
for towels and sheets.
And it's worse when you living with somebody.
It is worse when your old lady doesn't know
and like
how to wash
washing your clothes. Just going messing with your clothes. Like, leave my stuff alone. I know how to wash my goddamn self. I can wash my own clothes. I don't need your help washing clothes. Are you my mama?
Yeah.
But
I mean, as long as you got the WAP nowadays, I mean, you have to know how to cook or clean. You know what I'm saying? As long as I might shrink your clothes, but
See, and that mean you can't. That mean you can't walk. You can't.
You know what I'm saying? That's worthless.
Yo said washing whites with white with color.
Exactly.
All right, so back to Donald Trump though. So listen, the president of the United States battling COVID-19 has been something because Trump says that he is has learned a lot about it, and that's good. I'm glad that it took Trump to get it to learn something about it. Okay, that's always good. But the simple fact of the matter is that his condition, I don't know, because like this morning, okay, Trump came this morning and he was tweeting. Let me show you these tweets. This man had tweeted about 3 times this morning. I know it was him because before it wasn't Trump, but now I'm like, okay, this is all Donald Trump. Okay. Oh my God, he didn't. Oh my God, look at this. He done tweeted all of this. Oh, Trump feeling better, boy. Trump is feeling better.
These could be
my
tweets because you can actually time your tweets. You can set a timer to where they post.
These are actually, if you look at the timestamp, these are actually posted. Like stock market highs, vote. Strongest ever military, vote. Law and order, vote. Religious liberty, vote. Biggest tax cut ever, and another one coming, vote. 401k, vote. Best VA ever, 91% approval rating, vote. Space Force, vote. Massive regulations cuts, vote. Pro-life, vote. Better and cheaper healthcare, vote. Protect pre-existing conditions, vote. Fight the corrupt fake news media, vote. Save our Second Amendment, vote. And peace through strength, bring our soldiers home, vote. And he wrote all of those tweets in capitalized letters. So that, I don't know. I mean, it looks like Trump might be doing better because, he's like better enough to tweet now,
I mean, everybody, well, not everybody. Some people are sympathetic to the situation and they're like, we shouldn't wish death on somebody. And I don't want to wish death on Trump. I want the law to do it.
Yeah, that's it. That's all I want for Trump. I just want the Lord's will to be done. Okay, whatever that. I just want the Lord's will, Lord. If you hear me, let your will be done in Donald Trump's life. Whatever that look like, Lord. Lord, Trump done put children in cages. He told the Proud Boys to stand back and stand by. He don't think nothing or care nothing about black folks. So, Lord, whatever your will is for Donald Trump's life,
let it be done.
Lord, we ask that let your will be done. If you want to take Donald Trump, whatever it is you want to do, Lord, the people down here ain't going to interfere with whatever you got on Donald Trump's life. I'm not saying that anything this way or that way should happen. But Lord, whatever it is that you got in store for Mr. Trump, I just ask, let your will be done. And everybody has agreements with me. Let the church say amen. And we're going to say that because let the will be done. We're going to let the Lord's will be done in Donald Trump's life. And and that,
who do you think's more hated, Trump or Bush? Probably Trump.
Trump is more hated. Bush wasn't. It wasn't that Bush was hated. Bush said dumb stuff. So people didn't necessarily hate Bush. They hate some of the stuff Bush said. Yeah. So he said and did a lot of dumb stuff. Okay. Now Trump is a different story because people righteously hate Donald Trump. Yeah. Like people righteously hate Donald Trump. Man, look, tell them what you rolling up over there. Listen, we don't do this normally on the show, but we in Los Angeles, okay? So I don't care what y'all talking about. Wake up, wake and bake. Wake and bake.
I usually wake up. And seeing as LA is legal grounds, but they say, when in Rome, do as the Romans
do. As the Romans do. Yeah, that's true. So when in Los Angeles, do as the Los Angeles do. Roll that bitch up. All right, so you guys are tuned in to the Carlos Avery Jr. Morning Show. We are talking about President Donald Trump, battling COVID-19. Okay, he's still battling COVID-19. His doctors are kind of telling us they've given him the most severe of the severe medicine to treat the most severe patients. And so they've given him remdesivir. That is something that's only been tested in about 275 people of the 1,000 people that they were looking to test. So they haven't even tested everybody with that particular medicine. But what we do see, they gave it to Donald Trump. And matter of fact, they had to do an emergency authorization in order for him to get it. So that goes to show you the extensive extent of and severity of how sick this man is. All right. And so we got to be honest about all of that. Okay. So, but now also CNN has basically been reporting all day about Donald Trump being furious at his chief of staff. Now, remember yesterday, for those that didn't know, Donald Trump went to visit his fans outside the hospital. So he left the hospital and said, "I'm going to leave the hospital to go and speak to my fans and let everybody know that I am strong, I am powerful. The United States is the best country there is, and I learned a lot about COVID. And we're going to get through this. I'm Donald Trump." And so Trump
Everything's a spectacle with Donald Trump.
Yeah, everything is a spectacle. His life is a spectacle. But so he went to visit his supporters, but in the midst of leaving, this man is COVID-19 positive. Okay, this man wanted to leave the daggone hospital, COVID-19 positive, in the SUV. Now, if anybody know anything about how the presidential vehicles work, they are compact, okay? So the air is tight, okay? So this man got COVID-19, all right? And now COVID-19 is in that damn little SUV circulating around. Because guess what? They protect the president, so can't nothing get in, and ain't no ventilation really, outside of the what's circulating inside, what's circulating in, because it's proof from being bombed and all that other kind of stuff. So, and also from chemical warfare. So that's being said is heavily protected. And so COVID-19 was rampant in that vehicle. So and people don't realize this, okay? Even with wearing a mask, okay, let me tell you something. This is a little free tip. Okay, this is free. I'm not gonna charge you anything for this. Okay, this is free. Just because you got your mouth and your nose covered, guess what? Your eyes still uncovered, your ears still open, and those are also entryways for disease and virus. Now look, and bacteria. Now look, that's why you can get an ear infection. Okay, you can catch pink eye. Okay, those are also infections that can get through your ears and through your eyes. So if your eyes are not covered, if your ears are not covered, then you are still able to spread and to also catch it. All right. So that is the big thing. All right. So that's what I want all of us to understand as it pertains to COVID-19. Okay. Just because you got your mouth and your nose covered don't mean nothing at all. Okay. And so I
don't mean to cut you off, but that goes to what a friend of mine that's a nurse, she said that everybody's taking the precaution to wash their hands and everything, but people are still outside with exposed organs, which is the skin. The skin is the biggest organ on the human body.
Yep.
So we're outside, and by it being hot, our pores are open.
Yep.
So even though your face is covered and you may not inhale it, if someone sneezes and
it's
it gets
going
on
to your
arm,
pore,
your body is a sponge, so it's going to absorb whatever it is. So it's just weird that wearing long sleeves isn't another precaution of passing COVID, because people could wipe their nose and you could be in passing and bump against somebody and their arm could touch your arm or your sleeve, and now that's transferred onto, your person now. So
yes, that is correct. All right, listen, everybody, you all are tuned into the Carlos Chaverst Jr. Morning Show. It is Monday, October 5th. 2020. It is also Movie Monday. So we got a lot of your box office numbers coming up in Movie Monday. But guess what? It's the top of the hour, everybody. You tune into the Carlos Chaverst Jr. Morning Show. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. You're tuned in. We're live. We're local. Well, we're not so local right now because we're in Los Angeles, California. But you're still tuned in. We still got everything local. We'll be right back to the Carlos Chaverst Jr. Morning Show. Hey.
Chaverst Show. You and me will always be tight. Chaverst giving up the day and night. And even when you start acting like a fool, we appreciate you cause it's all for the move. I know that I could always count on you to bring us all the new and latest news. And every day is a black man in this world. You know there's no one we'd rather hear it from. Will always be tight. Chaverst giving up the day and night. And even when you start acting like a fool, we appreciate you cause it's all for the move. I know that I could always count on you to bring us all the new and latest news. And every day is a black man in this world. You know there's no one we'd rather hear it from. It's the Carlos Chaverst Show.
All right, what's good, everybody? So welcome back to the Carlos Chaverst Jr. Morning Show. It is now time for our Legal Mind with attorney LaShanta White Bowler. So check out our Legal Mind this week. We're talking about some good stuff in our Legal Mind this week. With guardianship as it pertains to family court. So check out our Legal Mind. For our Legal Mind segment, this week we have attorney LaShanta White Bowler, who goes by Sean. So just welcome, Sean. Welcome to the show. How are you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you. How are you today?
Pretty good, pretty good. Kind of explain to our viewers and listeners what we have this week in our Legal Mind.
Well, today we want to talk a little bit about custody. So how is custody granted? There are a couple ways that custody can be granted, and that's what we want to talk about today. We'll start off talking about divorce. That's probably the most common. We know that when married couples who parent children split, the court normally have to decide, or they have to decide, who the children are going to live with, who's going to be responsible for what aspects of the children's lives, and how much will one contribute to the other to make sure that all those needs are met. So divorce is the first one. The second one that we want to talk about, the second type of custody that can be granted can be when there are non-parents. Sometimes grandma thinks that mom's not doing a good job, or the neighbor thinks that the mom's not doing a good job, and they have the child more than the mom, so they think that they're a better person to have custody of the child, so then they can file a petition for custody as well. Another big place that we have custody disputes is in our child support cases. And that's basically where there are two people who are not married, who have co-signed on a baby, and now they need to know how those responsibilities are going to be divided. Sometimes they're still together and sometimes they're not. And sometimes that's done too, because sometimes dads don't always get to sign the affidavits of paternity at the birth of the child. And we just need to make everything legal and formal so that if something happens to dad, the child receives whatever they're entitled to, and vice versa. And that is normally a little bit, it can be done two ways. So a mother will go down and file a petition and ask the court to establish this person as a father and require that they pay support. The father can do it. Hey, I'm in court. I want to have some custodial rights to my child. I want it to be consistent as to visitation and interactions and engagements. And and sometimes I don't want visitation. I want custodial time so I can make some decisions. Another way that can happen, that same act happens, is if the parent needs some financial assistance and they go and they apply for some benefit. And so when those petitions are filed, also custody can be established in those petitions as well. And then the really, really hot topic for custody disputes is going to be when state welfare agencies intervene. When there's some form of allegation against the parent, be it drug use, be it abuse or neglect, and the state agency will file a petition to get custody of the child or to find a better fit custodian for that child. Those petitions are frequently filed. I guess tons of them are filed a day. And that's when the state is asking, hey, we need to remove this child because this parent is not fit for whatever reason. Sometimes it's drug use or what have you.
And see, and Sean, with that, a lot of I know. So I'm only 27, so I know a lot of people that's around my age. But so, what are the key things that people that are stuck as to how to go about doing it? What are some of the first steps that people can take in order to get some of these petitions filed? So
one of the things you can do, especially for like unwed parties, the state will help either side. It's 4D, so it's from the Social Security Act. It's the 4D Act, and it's like a $50 application fee. And they can file a petition on behalf of a father who is seeking involvement, who wishes to place himself on child support so that he can have more involvement and be recognized as a child's father. And they can do it for the mother. But the starting point would be to get those 4D services or go to the court directly. There are forms disseminated at the court. If you told the clerk that, hey, I need to file a petition for child support, they can give it to you. They can't help you fill it out, but they can hand you one over the counter. And they're pretty self-explanatory. They'll ask you what it is that you're trying to do. They'll have some check boxes so that you'll have some indication as to what you should check off, and you don't have to write anything by rote.
Cool. Well, thank you so much, Sean. It's been a pleasure for having attorney LaShanta White-Bowler in our Legal Mind segment this week. We look forward to having you again on Friday with more for our communities to take in and know. Thanks so much for your great work. All right. That was attorney LaShanta Sean White-Bowler in our Legal Mind. All right, so what you think about that, man, in our Legal View this week?
I mean, that's good information because fathers don't know their rights. And to be, quote unquote, financially obligated for a child that you have no rights to is a horrible situation that mothers don't have to deal with. You know what I'm saying? They always say, mama's babies, daddy's maybes, but in a lot of situations, they know who the dad is, and he still has no rights to the child. So fathers, legitimize your children and be in their kids' lives because it takes a village. It's just weird that, I mean, as a father, I see some stereotypes fulfilled, but not as much as I see the stigma of this. Being a dad is a thankless job a lot of the times because dads are more than just financial institutions. Kids can grow up and they can say, yeah, we didn't have much, but mama loved us. Yeah. But you can never really say that about dad. You can't really say dad never bought me nothing, but he loved me. We don't really get the opportunity to. And we don't have the finances. We can't love properly without money sometimes. Right.
And so like for me, it's been 8 years since my dad passed. But I knew my dad, to an extent, but we didn't live together. So I wasn't with him every day. But for the most part, like I just went to my dad for money. Yeah. All I went to my dad for was hey, I need this for school. I need this, it's Christmas coming up. This is what I want for Christmas, so like, that was kind of, so I get it, but it does take fathers to be able to step up and want to be a part of the system. And also know, like fathers, you can't just give up. You have to step up. There are attorneys who have information like attorney Sean Bowler, who gave us this great information. Also, she has more about this that she's going to share with us in our Legal Mind on Friday. So stay tuned on Friday for more from attorney Sean Bowler. But that's what we have. So we'll begin deeper into that discussion too about fathers and fatherhood. You're doing a thing called Hey Black Dads. Yep. Okay, talk a little bit about that really quick.
So Hey Black Dads starts this Wednesday. So if you're watching right now and you know an exceptional black dad, he goes above and beyond, not only for his kids, but his family, his friends, his associates, tag him right now in the comments. We're giving away $25 and lunch to an exceptional black dad. We're going to recognize him on the show, give him a shout out. So everybody goes to his page and recognizes the things that he does for his family. Because like I said, we don't get a lot of things being a dad. When Mother's Day comes around, Macy's has sales. They have whole parades. Father's Day comes around, they give you $10 off a Black & Decker drill set. So, Hey Black Dad starts this Wednesday. So again, if you know an exceptional black dad, could be your brother, your father, could be the father of your children. Tag him right now in the comments, and he may win something this Wednesday.
All right, let's see. So they are already tagging dads. Andrea's tagging dads, and Keon is also tagging dads. Cedrica says, "Good morning to you, Cedrica." Cedrica is over in Birmingham at 94.9. Very good friend of ours. We so good morning to you, and thank you all so much for tuning in this morning, and we wishing you all a very good show this morning, and very much success to you. So thank you all very much. All right, and also Keon said him too as well. So yes, Hey Black Dads, we'll have more about that later in the show, and also on tomorrow in preparation for Wednesday. Guess what, everybody? It is now time for Movie Monday. 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 All right, so look, in Movie Monday, this is what our box office are telling us this week. All right, so in our box office, for the number one, Lion King. Lion King came in number one, bringing in $793,377 over the weekend. Also, Emma brought in $131,072 over the weekend. And so also some of the all-time records are for domestic. Now here's some big numbers. All right. So Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope, has brought in a total of $1.4 billion in domestic box office numbers. Okay. And also Star Wars Episode 8, The Force Awakens, has brought in 936 million, so close to a billion, is getting on up there. Bad Boys for Life brought in 204 million. Avengers Endgame brought in 858 million. Avatar brought in 760 million. Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens, brought in 936 millions as well. So that is what we're looking like in some of our domestic box office numbers. Also, this is what we got this week in our Movie Monday. So Movie Monday, we're reviewing a movie that is, I don't know what to say about this movie, man.
Before we get to that, you mentioned a lot of movies, but I want to mention the movie Get Out.
Yes.
Which, compared to all of those movies, had a fourth of the budget, and they still did $255 million. So
okay, shout out to Get Out.
Yeah,
Get Out
to Jordan Peele.
Yeah,
man, because
overall, Get Out did very well, man. You know,
that's major.
And even Chadwick Boseman, you know, like the Black Panther. The Black Panther did very well overall. Also, man, when you and just think, looking at Chadwick Boseman, okay, this man, you know, and I read something a few days ago about Chadwick. Speaking of movies, before we get into the movie of the week that we're really talking about, with Chadwick Boseman, okay, this man, I read a report. It was a white woman who was an actress who was on a movie set with Chadwick Boseman, okay? And she said Chadwick opted to take a pay cut in order to make sure that not only I had a spot, but had a good paying spot, okay? That says a lot about this man's character, all right? This man was battling disease for 4 years, okay? He did a lot of movies while battling disease, all right? And so that speaks also volumes to who he was. So shout out on this Movie Monday to Chadwick Boseman for the person that he was. All right, so Movie Monday. This is what we're talking about this morning. We watched the movie last night. This is when
it's a documentary.
We watched the documentary last night. Okay, What's the name of the documentary?
The documentary is called American Murder: The Family Next Door.
American Murder: The Family Next Door, and this is on Netflix. Okay,
Yes.
now
it's a heart-wrenching movie documentary. It shows just the callousness of people and just how heartless people could be. So it's detailing the story of Christopher Watts, who was Caucasian male he lived in Colorado with his family. He had 2 daughters, Celeste and Bella.
Something like that. Yeah.
And
his wife was Shanann.
Shanann.
Yeah.
So his wife had lupus. She was a beautiful young lady. He had 2 beautiful young daughters, and he was expecting a son. But one day, Chris decides that he doesn't want his family no more. He met a girl at work, a little young, hot tenderoni, and he would rather continue his life alone with her than with his wife and his 2 daughters and his unborn son.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's pretty much the summary of it. And it's weird because the movie is primarily from the body cam of the police officers that are working the case.
Yeah.
So it gives you not only a firsthand account of just how cold and callous he is, but just a different look of police work in general. And just the reactions of his neighbors while they're interacting with the police the first day, everything just seemed weird from the jump. But it's a really, really interesting movie.
Yeah.
It's gonna keep you tuned in just the way it's the production is great.
Yeah.
Whoever put that series together,
Yeah.
the production team needs an Oscar for it.
Yeah.
Because
And
to the T.
Yeah, and that movie is going to win plenty of awards. But we're going to check out the trailer, everybody. I want you guys to see the trailer for American Murder: The Family Next Door. It is currently streaming on Netflix. So check out this trailer, everybody.
My name's Nicole, and I'm calling because I'm concerned about a friend of mine. I dropped her off at her house at 2 a.m. last night, and I haven't been able to get a hold of her this morning. I've gone to her house, and her car's there. She won't answer phone calls. She won't answer text messages. What's her name? Shanann Watts.
Hey guys, my name is Shanann. I just want you to know a little bit of my story. I went through one of the darkest times of my life, and then I met Chris. And he's the best thing that has ever happened to me.
So how you doing? How's it going? There was no note or anything? I don't know what to do right now.
I've done everything in my heart to make my family's life better.
Go to Turtle! Go to Turtle! How do I go Turtle? I think about did I cause this? Did I make her feel like she needs to leave?
She said things were bad and that she didn't know what was going on with Chris. I'm worried sick. This is completely unlike her.
My mom just never thought she was good enough.
You have any idea if he thought his wife had a boyfriend?
Maybe she sat there and thought about it. So I couldn't stay here right now. He doesn't love me. Maybe I should just go.
Did she accuse you of anything? I tortured him. I rejected him.
Did you cause Shanann's disappearance?
We're not promised Nara. We're not promised anything.
There's only one person in this room that knows what the truth is. And in about 5 minutes, there's going to be 2 of us.
All right, so that is the trailer for American for Family Next Door. That movie is so interesting, man. We watched that last night, and it was something else. I tell you, when you look at that, man, and and please watch it. But we're going to review it here. But thinking about the fact that this man, simply, like they said, that he was shy. He didn't really say very much. And there was so many things that were wrong with the way he acted up front. His neighbors even identified a few things that they saw that end up being a part of what happened. And then he even said that his wife had killed the children. Now, Murdaham. Now, listen, hold on. So let's talk about this real quick, because I fell asleep. Okay, I fell asleep on that little part. Yeah. I fell asleep. Okay. So what happened? Because when I fell asleep, I told y'all. Hold on. I told y'all. I said what? I said, oh, well, she killed the kids and he killed her. But then, I fell asleep. So what happened?
So from the jump, everybody thought it was suspicious. The neighbor immediately was like, yeah, something's not right with him. And me, myself, having kids and an ex-wife, if I was at work and my kids and my wife at the time were missing, I wouldn't be at work unless I knew where they was at. And I mean, I know there's really no point in me being at the house right now or even going to look, because I know where they at in his case. So even that point was odd to myself as well as the neighbors. So he took a polygraph test. He failed a polygraph test, and they were pretty much like, come on with it, bro. This is like day 4 of the investigation. So one of the detectives kind of inclinated to the idea of, well, maybe she did it. So he had the nerve to say, yeah. And not only did he say it, like, this is how stupid he was. So they left him in the interrogation room with his father.
And he broke down.
Immediately.
Oh my God.
As soon as his dad came in, immediately.
He broke down.
Now,
boy.
Mind you, he's in the interrogation room. This dummy is trying to whisper in motion, like, yeah.
Like, yeah. I did it, Dad. I did it, Dad. Yeah, Dad, I did it. Don't tell him I did it. But I had to kill her, Dad.
That's how he's in the interrogation room.
I didn't want to do it, Dad.
Like, I'm like, come on, man. That just shows the cowardice.
She killed the girls, Dad.
So she killed the girl, so
I had to kill her, Dad.
She's a big
I had to kill her, Dad. She killed the girl.
So just imagine how the father feels that, one, he's losing a son, on top of losing 3 grandchildren. And it just shows that, I mean, how, I don't get it.
Okay, now. So you said the dad, is missing, is losing 3 grandchildren.
The granddad.
The granddad. But the grandparents, they didn't have no relationship. They weren't fooling with the grandkids because what I saw, the mom and the grandmom got into an altercation.
Yeah, so the mom and the grandmom got into it. Like, I mean, it's normal mom things. The grandmother had ice cream that had everything that the other little girl was allergic to. So they fell out about that, and being motherly, she's like, yeah, I don't want your mama over here. But in the movie, after that, because she was trying to figure out what was, and that's why it's so heart-wrenching, kind of, because she knew she messed up. She was trying to figure out what the problem was in their relationship. They had sex in 5 months almost.
Yeah.
So she was trying to figure out and fix the relationship, and she even offered to mend the relationship with her mom, with his mom, and she left them like some Aaliyah type stuff, 4-page letter. And she offered to, really, it was like a peace offering, a lot of stuff that she did. She was an accomplished woman, so a lot of times accomplished women don't know how to kind of pull back a little bit because they've been so in charge in their lives from a business standpoint and just in their work lives that it's kind of hard to have a balance and know how to be submissive. So she was even willing to take a more submissive role in their relationship.
Yeah.
and he killed her. Like he had to kill her after he read the note. So.
Yeah, but also though the other woman, you know, like why didn't he just leave? You know, why didn't he just leave? And that's what I don't get. You know, and oftentimes that's what the issue be. All right, so Keon said the new movie Spell is coming out October 30th. It's on Get Out level, so we want to take that out. So I think I'll definitely try to check that out. If that is coming out October 30th, and it is on the same level as Get Out, so we will we'll watch that. And Raven said, "Woo, it be your own husband." Well, you know, I can't speak for everybody. Like I don't plan on ever killing nobody ever in my life. You know, and never have I ever killed anybody. But you know, I can see where you're going. But you know, and that's just a certain case. But people are weird. Things are weird. Things change. People change. You know, like they were together 8 years. They had 2 kids. One expecting one more on the way. You know, so and she was a Facebook mom. You know, everything that she did was on Facebook. She posted videos and all that kind of stuff. So from Facebook, you would think that they had what appeared to be, you know, a perfect family. He was always there for his family and all that kind of stuff because that is what was portrayed. So that also takes us to another end of, you know, the aspect. So because even one of the neighbors, when the police went to one of the neighbor said, "Oh yeah, that's the Facebook mom," you know, and so so people knew them from Facebook and what they portrayed on Facebook. So the other aspect that brings us to is just because things seem one way on Facebook doesn't necessarily mean that that's the reality of the situation. And see, oftentimes, so like what I've seen, what I've gathered over the years of just me doing kind of studies on social media and people and people and habits and users and all that kind of stuff, what I see also to that point is that people that tend to flash their relationship more, oftentimes have the worst relationships versus those that typically, you know, keep their relationships from the public tend to have better relations because, you know, it's not all inclusive necessarily. And so that for me, that's what I've observed from Facebook. Because I even told you yesterday about a situation where I saw a couple that was together. And then you know, next thing I know, I'm like, oh wow, they on Facebook dogging each other out. You know, I just told you that yesterday. You know, so but that's the reality of what we have. You know, so so that also goes to another point of just that. You know, just because everything that, just like the old people say, everything that glitter ain't gold. You know, and that's just that.
I wonder why people feel the need for validation from Facebook. Because sometimes people get a false sense of security from being validated by people that have no immediate knowledge of the situation because they're only getting one side of the story.
Yeah, you're
so
right.
That's always I hate when people get mad and then they go to Facebook and start airing out their dirty laundry or they're trying to get opinions from people that don't really even matter in the situation.
Yeah. And Raven said you got to save something for yourself. Everything ain't for Facebook. And so my philosophy is, you know, I don't have to be Facebook friends with somebody I'm in a relationship with. You know, if me and a female are we together, we don't have to necessarily be, you know, I don't have to say that I'm in a relationship with you on Facebook. Or more importantly, I don't even have to say, we don't even have to be Facebook friends. I prefer us not to be Facebook friends, okay? And so, you know, but at the same time, with the family, something like that, I totally understand. They were married, okay? They were married, had 2 kids, expecting one on the way. So I totally get that. But just, again, if Facebook ain't for everybody, because then when something went wrong, now everybody looking at like, oh, wow, you know, dang, how does that happen? Now the whole community went crazy. You know, this is in Colorado. Everybody went crazy. First off, no crime happened here. Okay, like that's the first thing. Okay, then they like, oh wow, he killed her. You know, triple homicide. You know, triple homicide. So, but so everybody sees that and they're like, you know, wow, you know, this is so. That is the issue. And so let's see. On Facebook, Brittany said that's partially due to lack of acknowledgement from past relationships. Okay, that's extremely important.
She did lead into saying that she was in a relationship prior to him, and then it didn't work, and then she met Jeremy, and that was kind of the saving grace, quote unquote, in her life. And she was adamant about that, even in her Facebook post. She was real big on family. So it's a horrible situation. And even though I don't know, the thing that hurt me the most was the way that he did the little girls. Like, I've had times to where I probably thought about, you know what I'm saying, in the heat of the moment, like, I'll kill you, you know what I'm saying? But even if I did kill my wife, I know I wouldn't have the heart to look my kids in the eye and do the same thing, or even to like,
and that's the biggest aspect. Like, how could you do this to your very own kids? And even with the burial, okay, because this man took some time now with this. This wasn't no thing that just happened.
With her, he did. With the girls, it was kind of a rush thing because he was running out of time. People was starting to come to the job site. He just
and then it had to happen pretty quickly, and it had the time frame because so the wife was in Arizona, with a friend, and her friend dropped her off at 2:00 in the morning. She was supposed to get there at 11 at night, but the flight got delayed, so she got there at 2:00 in the morning. Okay, when she got there at 2, he had to be at work at 5. All right, so somewhere between 2 and 5 is when that situation happened. Weatherman Woe said on Facebook is the worst thing to run to. These folks don't give a F about you, and that's exactly true. And even the movie that I talked about on last week on Movie Monday, The Social Dilemma, which is also on Netflix, kind of talks about just how these algorithms are built and how people do how Facebook and Instagram and all these other social sites, they initially didn't start out this way, but now that they can make so much money off of people and the things that we like, and knowing how some people are aching for likes and for views and all that kind of stuff, then they build stuff around that and build algorithms around that, so that to make them be able to post more pictures of them and all that kind of stuff. So but that's the perception that we get. So the more kind of so people feel like they have to show other people through Facebook or whatever social media exactly what's going on in their lives, and so but that's the thing. That's where we are as a society. But it just so happens to be it's a big issue. But again, that's where we are as a society. So that's a good movie, man. So everybody, check that out. Let us know what movies you all been checking out. Hit us in the comments. Let us know what movies you all have seen this week, and also to share things for other people to be able to watch this upcoming week, so that we can come back on next Monday, and review something else for Movie Monday. So stick around, everybody. We'll come back with those comments, but you all are tuned into the Carlos Avery Jr. Morning Show. Standing by. We got more coming up, including In the Spotlight.
Yes,
with Murdaham.
Spotlight today, we have a dope artist from Birmingham, Young Rod 2G. So stay tuned, man. In the Spotlight coming up. We still got sports talk. We still got Weatherman Woe coming on.
Absolutely.
We still got a lot of dope stuff, man. We also got a giveaway. Well, today is the first day, because in order to win the trip to LA, you're gonna have to tune in every day. So make sure you stay tuned so you can get the keyword for the day. Make sure you enter to win the flight to LA. We will be giving that away on Friday. So,
that's what we got. So stand by, everybody. We'll be right back with more of the Carlos Avery Jr. Morning Show.
Hi, I'm Bobby Scott, your mayoral candidate for the Centerpoint City municipal elections. Please come out, cast your vote for Bobby Scott for mayor October 6th, or go to City Hall before October 5th to cast an absentee ballot for Bobby Scott for mayor. Thank you for your support.
He has done it again. That's right. The man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Snipe Young has done it once again. Certified gold.
Certified Gold, the new Native Instruments, Snipe Young, Expansion.
Don't stop.
Spoke about last night, who you with, why didn't you answer me? All of these questions, criticizing you, bring out the worst in me. The problem with you is that I can't get you off my mind, and I think about you all the time. It's your fault that I don't feel right. The problem with you is that you're all that I dream about, and you're not right here right now. Took a minute, but I figured it out. The problem with me is you. When we met, I was careless. Your ambition is attractive, my aggression isn't passive. I promise with you the butterflies in my stomach are active. They're dancing, I'm feeling static. Wanna get closer like magnets. Your company, I've been fiending. I think I've turned to an addict. I don't get high, but looking in your eyes, I'm lifted. Can we make this tradition? Your kisses make all my doubts go away. Go away, yeah. You only show me love when it comes to the music. It's like when I feel lonely, that's when you start acting choosy. I don't wanna keep playing them games, cause I feel like I'm losing. I don't wanna keep playing them games, cause I feel like I'm losing. What we doing? What we doing? What we doing? What we doing? Let me know. Let me know. What we doing?
If you don't got a song.
All right. Welcome back, everybody, to the Carl Chaverst Jr. Morning Show. It is Los and Murdaham. We are live from Los Angeles. So good morning to you all from wherever you are. Okay, so it is now time for our current events. What's some current events going on right now, man? Like, what's happening? Anybody got some current events? I don't have no current events. I don't know no damn current events. I don't keep up with current. I barely keep up with myself.
That's what happens when our co-hosts don't come to work. So what we need to do, we need everybody to wake Jazmeen up right now. So in the comments, I want everybody to tag what's Jazmeen's Facebook?
Jazmeen something. I don't know.
Look it up right now.
Jazmeen. Jazmeen Nicole.
Jazmeen Nicole. Everybody tag Jazmeen Nicole.
Wake Jazmeen up.
Wake Jazmeen up. Everybody that tags Jazmeen right now, I'm gonna send you $10. I'm gonna pick whoever tags Jazmeen. Tag her right now. You're in to win $10. I'm gonna cash up you $10. Jazmeen Nicole. Jazmeen Nicole. Tell her to wake her ass up and come to work.
Come to work. Come to work. All you gotta do is come. All you gotta do is show up to work.
Wake up.
That's all we ask. We don't ask you very much, but show up to work. If you don't do nothing else,
like a sex machine.
Show up to work. Lord have mercy. All right.
Pop the bean.
Oh wait.
Jazmeen Nicole. Who tag? Anybody tag Jazmeen? I don't see no tags. Don't nobody want to. Okay.
All right. Andrea Harris. Okay.
Jazmeen.
Okay.
So, Jazmeen. Jazmeen.
Okay. There she go. All right. So So check this out. This is what we're gonna do. I need everybody to like and tag, share the video real quick.
Tag
all right.
your mama.
Yes, like, tag, and share the video. We are about to Weatherman Woe said her ass is up. Well, hey, she doing something else.
She better not be at Weatherman Woe house.
Weatherman Woe, let me find out. Hey,
it's gonna look like on Friday.
Let me find out.
She called Craig, asked him who he went to the show with that night. But she had another dude in the bed right up. That's how Weatherman Woe gonna do the weather. Jazmeen gonna be under the blanket in the bed.
All right, so it is now time for our in the spotlight segment with Murdaham in the spotlight. We're going to bring that to you in just a second, so stand by, everybody, for our in the spotlight with Murdaham.
ET for whole life Marshall.
All right, welcome back, everybody, to the Carl Service Jr. morning show. It is Los and Murdaham. We are live from Los Angeles, LA. From what I understand, we're in Sherman Oaks, and from what I understand, it's like, so somebody told us yesterday. They said, "Y'all up there with the rich people." So I kind of took that with I'm like, okay. We up here with the rich people. I mean, it ain't no sweat to it. Shit, that's it. That's what it is every damn day. Anyway, it is now time for In the Spotlight with Murdaham, everybody. And Murdaham, we have who's your guest today?
Okay, so today we are at the moment of the day. This is the In the Spotlight segment featured by Crowd Control. You can follow Crowd Control on all social media at _Crowd Control _. And today we have a dope artist, Birmingham native, Raquita Hendricks, also known as Young Rod 2D.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Y'all out there with the Crips and stuff, ain't it?
You know what I'm saying? Homeland and shit. So introduce yourself to the people. Let them know who you are, what you do.
All right, what's up, y'all? It's your girl, Young Rod 2G. That's Young with a O. Rod, number 2, letter G. Also, Raquita Hendricks over here in the Facebook sphere. I'm an artist, mentor, and philanthropist. Founder of nonprofit Ambitions Fine Arts, where we basically use music as a tool to mentor our at-risk inner city youth. You feel me? One of my most recent, he's not a mentee anymore because little bro is like a grown ass man. But one of my most recent mentees was Kid Trouble. I was introduced to him through Kane of Threat Music, and that's what really kicked it off and let me know that that's where I'm more than likely gonna be at in life. Like, I do this rap shit, but mentoring is the calling.
That's dope. I didn't know you did the nonprofit with the mentorship, and because that's what we like to see, people that are well versed in the community, because that's actually how we get positions in the community, is actually being able to reach the people and not be a selfish person. Like selflessness is a trait that a lot of people are lacking nowadays. And just the fact that you just give back to the community and just mentor people and the youth too, that's real dope. That's real big. I'm glad you let me know that, because I had no idea about that.
Yeah, it's not necessarily something I boast or brag about. It's what's more important is the work. When I came back from Afghanistan and I realized that there was a gap as far as leadership in our community, instead of complaining, I sat down with a couple of friends and tried to figure out what it is that we could do. I'm not the only person that does stuff like that. There's other artists and producers that do along the lines of the same thing. I was just lucky enough to find a way to establish the nonprofit. That way, creating more venues, not just for myself, but for the artists that I work with, whether they be mentors themselves or mentees.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope. And I mean, I feel like we should broadcast and promote that more, because some kids need those avenues and those outlets. They may not have those people that they can go to that can speak from not only experience, but from a place of compassion as well. So I feel like we should broadcast those things, and we should get accolades for those as well, because everybody's not doing it. Everybody's not able to do that. That's a learned skill to be able to connect with somebody, because a lot of times the people that raise us can't get to us or can't get the message that they're trying to convey across. So for you to be able to break that wall down to a complete stranger and get them to move in a certain way, and even encourage them to act differently or to think differently, that's a major skill. So it's big ups on that. So you sent me a project, Blue Magic. Tell me about this.
Now, Blue Magic is song. It was produced by Corey Savage, and I hit him up one day. I was like, hey, big bro, I need a beat where I can talk my shit. And he was like, okay, come over to the studio. I have a couple of things, and we'll see what goes. Long story short, while I was in the studio, this beat came on, and like, no lie, man, at that point in time, it was like 2013, 2014. I've been watching American Gangster and Hustle and Flow for like 2 years straight every day, and the beat just came on, and hell, I felt like Frank Lucas and DJ wrapped up in one at that time, and I just kind of let the sound use me. You feel me? So this more of an old school New York braggadocio type of flow. It's not what's more common down here in the South.
Okay. So with that being said, this is Blue Magic by Young Rod 2G.
This is for the West Side. Motherfucker, I'm cold. 2G beat low, and you already know it. 2G de la ghetto, a street light poet. I don't need that light. I got my own shot. Give me that mic. Let a genius speak her mind on. 1, 2, 1, 2. Mic check. 1, 2, 1, 2. Fuck you gon' do? Size 1 your mouth. I'm out to maximize my craft. Take over the South. Yeah. Trina was the baddest. Mia was the biggest. I told my mama I'ma be the motherfucking illest. But boss been chillin' since about 96. Haters get busy yet I'm out here getting rich. It was cold as a bitch on the night that I was born. Mama walking in the rain, cause she already know it. I'm cold. 2G beat low. 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, microphone check. 1, 2, 1, 2. I'm cold. 2G beat low, and you already know that. Nigga, I've been flashes, it's Polaroids and Kodaks. This one's a throwback, but lures and J's. Matured my ways just to ensure my fee. Increase my stocks, cause I know my word is bond investing. Good vibes like fun. Many blessings I can clock one. Few stresses, yeah, I got some. Not one gon' stop me, clock me, gunning to the top. Increase, ring me alarm, cause they been sweet, not that. Code 2 G's. B love 1 2 1 2. Yeah, microphone check 1 2 1. I'm go. 2 G's. B love 1 2 1 2. Yeah, microphone check 1 2 1 2. Now who's cooler than a polar bear's toenail? Ringing don't tells by the snowbell. Oh hell, he telling from somewhere. There's no telling how it's going to happen. They sailing with this hip hop shit. I might start rap check. It's just that black girl magic. Acrobatic on the beat like Gabby. Savage with the swing like Serena. If I get in and meet on the beat, I'm a beat too. Come. 2 G's. B low 1 2 1 2. Microphone check 1 2 1 2. Said I'm cold. 2 G's. I really does be low 1 2 1 2. Microphone check 1 2 1 2. Motherfucker, I really loves this. Yeah, you think I am? Yeah, motherfucker G. I make this gangster geek shit look real cool.
Okay. That was Blue Magic by Young Rod 2G. Tell them where they can follow you on our social media.
On all social media, you can follow me at Young Rod 2G, the way it's spelled right here on this screen. And you mind if I plug real quick? I'm still in search of 3 more mentees. I intend on blessing some folks gravely in 2021 now, because things have changed. The market has changed a little bit, so we had to readjust. But I'm looking for 3 more mentees between the ages of 14 and 22. If that's you and you love hip hop, you don't have to stay in Birmingham, Alabama. Reach out to me. Anyways, look, Murdaham, I really appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? I really do. Hopefully we can do this again.
You already know, man. We going back a long time. Yeah, keep doing what you're doing. I'm gonna actually tap in with you as far as the mentorship, because I got a few people that probably would be interested in that as well. So yeah, again, this is in the spotlight with Crowd Control, and we are with Young Rod 2G. Stay tuned. We got a lot more. We got to give away the keyword for the flight to LA. We still got sports talk. We still got the weather, and we might even have a sunrise for y'all, depending on how y'all act. Like, share, and comment. This is the Carlos Chaverst Morning Show. We will be right back.
All right. Welcome back, everybody. So it is now time for our weather report with Weatherman. Whoa, oh, Weatherman. Whoa, hey, Weatherman. Whoa, oh, Weatherman. Whoa. All right, Weatherman. Whoa. Good morning to you. What's good, man?
Man, there's a lot of things happened good this weekend. Well, what's up with y'all, man?
Not much, man. We appreciate you for everything that you do. Every single morning with our morning hood weather report. You always come through, Whoa. So without anything else, man, take it away.
All right, now check this out. I asked my supervisor today. I said, we got a couple hurricanes. We got 2 hurricanes down in the Gulf of Mexico right now. And I asked my supervisor, like, shit, let me get a day off Thursday. And he was like, nah, man, I need you this Thursday. I said, man, you know, on the real weather, man. He said, nah, man, I need you this Thursday. So I had to do what I had to do. So I don't know if he gave it to me or not. But I'm gonna go ahead and get straight with this weather though. All right, the first city we got is Trussville. We got 54 degrees right now. What you say, Whoa?
You should have hit him on one of these right here.
Hey man, he think I'm playing. I'm dead for real though. But I'm going ahead and get to this real quick. All right, we got Trussville, 54. High gonna be in the set. High gonna be 77. Mostly sunny today. We got Los Angeles right now at 70 degrees. High's gonna be near 93. But we got a healthy air quality alert. So whatever y'all smoking over there, kind of fucking up the air. We got Houston. We got Houston right now at 66. High is 84. We got New Orleans at 64. High gonna be 84. We got Philadelphia at 57 right now. High gonna be 70. And then we got Portland at 54. High gonna be 73. And like I was just saying earlier, we got 2 tropical storms in the Gulf of Mexico right now. We got Gamma and Delta. Gamma is not going to affect us, but Delta, we got to keep a close eye on. They said Delta is expected to reach category 3 before the end of this week. So they saying that landfall should be around Friday evening, Saturday morning. So we got to keep an eye on that.
Yeah, that's a lot, man. So Delta, you said Delta, right? You said Gamma not really affected.
Gamma just posted up right here in the Gulf of Mexico.
Okay.
Delta Gamma ain't gonna really do too much, but Delta look like it's gonna strengthen up and
become a category 3 hurricane or hurricane. Okay. And so where are they expecting Delta to kind of make landfall? And thanks to Birmingham, where could it potentially, how could that, so give us like a direction that or a path that Delta could potentially follow?
All right, it's too early to really, interpret the direct landfall, but they have a widespread area. So from, I want to say, Panama City on to like Galveston, Texas is like the area that it's gonna make landfall in. So like I said, it's too early to really determine where it's gonna make landfall this morning. But a couple models are saying that it's gonna landfall between the Mobile area and New Orleans area. So we gotta, keep up with that.
Okay. So people in New Orleans that are watching in New Orleans and in Mobile, Alabama, please make sure that you continue to follow your local weather updates, as they will have more about what that weather will look like on a daily basis. So we appreciate that, Weatherman Woe, for all the information that you provide for us every single morning. So we certainly appreciate you, man.
Appreciate you, Woe.
Yeah, so Weatherman Woe, stand by 1 second. So welcome back. So listen, everybody, it is the Carlos Chaverst Jr. Morning Show. Today is Monday, October 5th. So I want everybody to have a very prosperous week this week. Whatever it is, just set your mind to do something great. Find something that you like. Go do something great. Go be great. Go painting. Go do something to get your mind off things for a few hours. Like, I like to play golf. Okay. I like to play golf. I like to fish, and I like to go riding horses. All right. And let me explain. I got to explain all three. All right. With golfing for 4 hours, your entire mind ain't on nothing else but that golf game. Okay. Every single time you're hitting, you're watching. If you're playing with somebody, you're watching them hit. So the entire game, your mind is on golf. Okay. That's one thing that kind of soothes you. All right. With fishing, it's the same thing, all right? When you're fishing, you got to have patience. So you're there, fishing, thinking about, catching that fish. So your mind is focused on fishing however long it takes you or however long you set aside to fish. And so those are the things that I kind of do. I like to do as it pertains to being able to ease my mind and just get away from things. Also playing Grand Theft Auto for me, or playing my PlayStation in general. For me, that also is something that I like to do in order for me to just get away and get my mind off things and just focus on something else for a while. So for you, whatever that is, whatever it looks like, please take advantage and do something great for yourself this week. So now it is time for Sports Report.
Yeah.
It is time for Sports Report. So Murdaham, what you got, man? It's time for
It was crazy day sports. They got the hitting last night. You watched the Giants game, Whoa?
Yeah. No, I ain't catch the Giants game last night. I ain't had nobody playing too much. Like, if I ain't got nobody in my fantasy league, I don't really keep up with it too much.
Them boy got the hit last night. Like he like pop, like put them peppers on each other.
No, for real?
Yeah, the Giants and the Los Angeles Rams played yesterday. So Jalen Ramsey.
I saw that hit with Jalen Ramsey though. He put the head on him. I saw that one.
Him and Golden Tate, they've been having their little issues for a while now.
Yeah.
But it got heated after the game to where they were actually punching each other in the head.
No, for real.
I don't know if you play Little League football or football in general, but
yeah.
You ever punched the helmet before?
Man, that's like punching a brick wall, for real.
So not only did they lose, that was probably the reason why Golden Tate wanted to throw hands anyway. But yeah, now you probably gonna have some kind of injury. It's gonna be interesting to see if Golden Tate's gonna be, or either one of them gonna be out with any kind of injury,
hand injury or something.
Because if you watch the video, they was actually letting him go.
Yeah.
Better than taking the helmet out though.
That's crazy.
So moving on, the Heat.
They pulled the upset last night. Whoa.
They pulled the upset.
Man, it wasn't no upset.
It showed
not no upset. We already knew they was gonna win one game.
Well, we didn't know that. Well,
I go because I've been calling
the greats. Kobe got a sweep.
Yeah, okay.
Mike got a sweep.
LeBron can't get no sweep.
Exactly.
Right? But
LeBron can't get no sweep.
It's not even about that. Not even about that.
LeBron's ability to sweep is about the same as his ability to grow hair. No matter how much help he gets, maybe you can give him anything.
And that's the thing. Like we look at the wrong statistics. It's not about the sweep. It's about the outcome.
Okay, so we're gonna
the outcome. Yeah, they gonna go Lakers in 5. Well, Lakers in 5.
Lakers in 5. Lakers in 5. There you go, Wolf.
More losses in the finals than Mike and Kobe combined.
It don't matter though, but you got to think about the team that he had that he didn't took to the finals.
Man,
like you don't even know these folks that he didn't took to the finals with Cleveland.
But it doesn't matter because these people, there have been, how many times has LeBron James' team been the number 1 seed going into the finals or going into the playoffs? Period. At least
a few times.
At least 4. So we talking about a team of no names, but they end up having the best record in the league. So we can't really call them no names.
But you remember he was playing in the East when nobody coming out the East for real, but Boston and Toronto wasn't even coming out the East back then when he was over there. But you got Boston, you got maybe Miami at times. And that's all I can tell you. The East was really weak back then when you were playing. Now the West had everybody. You had, Curry them all on the same team. You had Harden all on the same team. You had a strong ass West side, but the East side wasn't really hitting on nothing for real.
Yeah, you're right. But they play the East plays the West. So I mean,
yeah.
You know, he's been in order to have the best record in the league, you got to have beat those teams in the West, at least a few of them. So I mean, it's his ability to close out. I mean, that's why people question him being a great. It's not necessarily his stats, because across the board, LeBron James should have been playing football, but he's playing basketball, and he has a high IQ level. No, I think
man, you go to LeBron, you should be there.
Look at LeBron, man.
Hey, but did
LeBron James be playing football.
They gonna sit up and say LeBron. This man is great.
Did you hear what Kyrie said about LeBron though? He kind of sneaked this one.
No, LeBron sneaked this one first though, man. LeBron came.
Kyrie, I think Kyrie came with that 5 first.
But
I think Kyrie said some crazy stuff about them furs though. We got to look into it though. We look into it.
Even from when J.R. Smith, you know
Come on, man. Why you look? Why you?
You know J.R. Smith.
Come on, man.
Hey, but J.R. been cutting up lately though. I ain't gonna lie, I give him credit.
I'm not dogging LeBron, man. I'm just.
This man won't let him. That ain't no man. Okay, have your facts.
Them not facts though.
What they call alternative facts?
Alternative facts. Factuals.
Alternative facts. Get alternative facts.
And you know, Jimmy Butler went out too, man. Jimmy Butler had a triple double. So
yeah, he dropped 40 on the head last night.
Yeah.
So I think if the Heat win Game 2, then. But this is going completely against how I plan, because I planned this whole thing out.
It's still a game 5. Lakers gonna close down to 5.
Lakers in 5.
Yeah, Lakers in 5.
We're gonna go with that, man. So moving along with sports news, Drew Brees and the Saints beat the Lions 35-29. Tom Brady and the Bucks beat the Cardinals 31-38. It seems like Tom having an issue. He having a little trouble winning down there in Tampa Bay.
I think he having the Jameis Winston syndrome. You know, Jameis couldn't see when he was throwing the ball, so I think there's a little fault down there in Tampa Bay that he can't really see. And he just throwing it everywhere.
Yeah, he can't see on the field, and he can't see the plays from the other.
He just throwing it everywhere.
Along with that too, because you know. New England had a history of cheating. We're not just gonna say they was a big cheater.
We ain't even start that war. We ain't even start that war.
The New England Patriots, you would have left. Out of all the allegations of cheating, you would have been like, okay, the first time I'm gonna forgive you. The second time, okay, but the third time, nah. Come on, I got.
But they only got in trouble for one on though. They only got in trouble for one.
Man, because money talks. Robert Kraft got caught for prostitution, and you ain't heard nothing else about that.
That ain't got nothing to do with the football field, though. You know, if he want to handle his business on the side,
it's big
handle business
in America, and how everybody's anti-sex trafficking right now. For him to be buying prostitutes, you know, if that was a black man, then they'd be trying to wring him through the mud as far as being involved with that.
You gotta get it how you get it, Whoa.
You gotta get it like that, man. He got cheese and he got cheese. Like he owns Kraft cheese.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You can send a motherfucker a block of cheese for life.
Yeah.
Like, I got you on macaroni.
That ain't no good trade, Whoa. That ain't no good trade.
Cook. You get like, look, I'm gonna see your lifetime supply of sharp cheddar for your macaroni and cheese.
That ain't no good trade, Whoa. Cheese spoiled, man. That ain't no good trade, man.
I'm gonna send it to you every month. You know what I'm saying? Store it out.
You know, it's crazy.
You know, so moving along with that, you know, the Browns beat the Cowboys.
Man, listen.
They ass.
I'm a Browns fan, okay? So I usually go to the Browns season opener game every year. I've been going for the past 3 or 4 years with Frank Matthews. He's from Ohio, and so we go to he's been going for like 25 years, but I've been going with him for the past 4 years. And so I've been a Brett.
Bless you.
Bless you, whoa. That sneeze, that strong sneeze, whoa.
Y'all get to see my allergies act up on me every
That
morning.
seawater over there. That seawater over there got to you, whoa.
So I'm a Browns fan, so I'm like kind of good to see the Browns and where they are. Okay,
yeah, they doing good
with Odell Beckham, man. Like, man, he over there, over there, tearing.
They doing good. They 3-1 right now too.
Man, they doing it. Man, and I hate we in COVID. They would have a good like starting off with a very good season.
Yeah.
Then what I can't go, like I've been seeing some suck ass games, but the point I can't go, that it is messed up.
Yeah.
All right, is that
even with that, big shout out to Dak Prescott, man, because he became the first quarterback in NFL history to throw for 450 yards in 3 consecutive games. Even though they were all 3 losses, but
450, whoa, 450.
Yeah, for the 450 for 3 straight games.
50 piece.
Big number.
Big,
so we're talking about in NFL history. We're not just talking about African American quarterbacks. We're talking about all of them.
Record, whoa, for real.
Peñas, the Roger Staubachs, you know how they love to throw in their greats. Man, you know there wasn't like, man, when he was back there swinging that thing for the Dolphins, that damn Marino.
All right, let me check you on this one too real quick. The Chiefs and the Patriots, they get to play their game today because they ain't had nobody else tested positive for COVID. So the only players they have is Cam Newton for the New England. And then I want to say I forgot the dude's name for the Chiefs, but he played Amo. He a Hawaiian dude.
Yeah.
So
I
look,
don't know what the name is either.
are they so they're not gonna do the same day testing? They're not gonna test them today?
No, they get to play at 6:05. They get to play today at 6:05.
Run it.
Yeah,
and
right.
Then you got the Falcons and the Packers come on later on. And I had a partner say if the Falcons lose tonight, he gonna put the Falcons Stadium on fire. But they're not playing at home. They playing in Green Bay. So I don't know how he gonna do that.
They had a lady when the Falcons lost last week. She went through her house. She was her house and had her kids. They was taking pictures off the wall. She had bought her husband a Matt Ryan jersey. Spent $250 on an autographed Matt Ryan jersey.
And put it on fire.
Yeah.
She took all that out and had a Falcons barbecue.
Had somebody write a whole letter on how they ain't want to be the Atlanta Falcons fan no more.
And
guess what?
Being a
Auburn lost this weekend too. We ain't got to that yet.
Yeah, they got slaughtered this week.
Yeah.
Slaughter got slaughtered.
Oh my God. What was the score of that game? It was like 24
27-3, something like that, 27-7, something like that.
Yeah, like
so being an Auburn fan is kind of like being a Falcons fan, which is almost similar to dating strippers.
You gotta keep it. Hey, if you're an Auburn fan right now, you gotta keep it on the hush.
Yeah, man.
He equated that to being a stripper.
No, to dating
a stripper. I mean, not being a stripper. Yeah, that's being an Auburn fan to dating a stripper.
And being a Falcons fan is the same as dating a stripper.
Okay, I can see that.
Keep it on the hush, Wall.
I can see that.
You know what it is. You expect it not to be grinding and kissing all up on them, man. Just work the pole today.
You ain't finna kiss them in public. You might kiss them behind the scenes, but you ain't finna kiss them in public.
Yeah.
You go, you kissing her in public and everything. You doing all that. You proud.
I don't know about that, Wolf.
Proud. They got flags flying. They got these shirts on. You ever been down by the stadium when they tailgate? Like, they be lit when they be losing. Like,
I ain't no Auburn fan, so if I go down there, I might get sick.
Yeah, and they be the same way. They down there tailgating. You brought all the good barbecue out. You done brought the RV out. Yeah. You done hauled the family down here.
Yeah.
You done brought the dog.
Yeah.
Everybody.
You did a couple of things. Yeah. Yeah.
Faithful.
Yeah.
That's
how it is.
You put all these things, but that shows,
Raven said, I love Auburn. Forget, my brother plays for Auburn, so I get it. He's a first-year Auburn player. And so I definitely get it, Raven.
So that means he got it.
Good morning to you, Woo.
Yeah,
Good morning.
we support him. We don't support the team. We support him.
Yeah, I support him. That's what it is. I support him.
We're gonna be both sending him a cap package. He's gonna be playing for Auburn now.
Yeah, we gonna mess around and get him on the real team.
You only get one.
No, we gonna have to teach him a valuable lesson. He gonna have to learn how to deal with pain in life.
Man.
I mean,
it's true. You're right.
If
You're
we
right.
send him one this week, we're gonna have to send him one next week.
All right, so we appreciate that morning sports talk with Murdaham and Weatherman Woe. All right, so as we are wrapping up the show, Andre said, "Free Bill Cosby." Hey, listen, I'm with you. Free Bill Cosby, man. They got
Cosby, man. Free TK. Free TK.
Hold on, I ain't going there.
Because we all are.
No.
We all are innocent until proven guilty.
Man, come on, dog. Okay, we're innocent until proven guilty.
Until R. Kelly is proven guilty.
Okay.
Free R. Kelly.
Okay.
Because,
okay.
I mean,
I'm with that.
I'm with you, Murder. I'm with you on that one, Murder. I'm with you on that one.
You know, us having.
Now, if he did it, he got to sit down for it. If he did it, he got to sit down.
Yeah.
If he did, he got to sit down. But we talk about.
He got to sit down.
Okay,
that's what they say.
Okay, I give you that. I give you that. I give you that. Okay,
that's what everybody.
I got my opinion about it, but I give you that. At the very least, let him out until he's proven guilty.
Prison should be for people that have been convicted, not people. Prison and jail should be for people that have been convicted, not people awaiting conviction. So we need to try to reform. Even with that, because if you're gonna do it that way, then if you're already pre-convicted me, you're taking me away from my family, from my life, from everything that I've done. So if we're gonna be innocent until proven guilty, then free everybody that hasn't been convicted. I don't care what the circumstances
are. There shouldn't even be no such thing as a bail.
Exactly. Until they've been convicted. You should take me down. You got all my information now. Let me go. I may not have. It's all a cultural thing. It's all an economical thing. Even the bail system in itself. There's I forgot what the amendment is, but there's amendment. I think it's the 5th Amendment that's goes against unfair or unjust bail, which means that if you give me a bail and I'm sitting here for 3 months, that obviously means that I can't afford this bail. So yeah, we need to have some kind of prison reform. Like prison reform is real big, especially since we need jail and we need places like that. I'm not saying that there are places
we don't.
We do need shit like that.
No,
There's people that need to be in jail.
No, it's not. It's not true. It's not true.
So you don't think that? So you saying that we can't free R. Kelly, but you saying that people it's not people that need to be in jail. What about people that have been convicted of molesting children?
Here's
so we
the
should
thing.
just kill them?
No. Check this out. This is what I'm saying. Okay. So right now, all right, we have a jail.
8th Amendment. Whoa, 8th Amendment.
Hold on. 8th Amendment. Okay. We got a jail system. All right, a prison system. So we got to acknowledge that. Okay. Mm-hmm. And so in the current situation, that's what we have. It's form of punishment. Mm-hmm. Now, my situation, my thinking is, I don't like the word reform. Okay, it's not a good word. I say if we're gonna do something, let's abolish it completely. I'm with Dr. Angela Davis. Okay, with prison abolishment. All right, we don't need prisons. That's not the way we need to punish people. Okay, when you look at Norway doesn't have prisons. Okay. Their form of punishment is sending people to an apartment style jail where you have it's set up as an apartment. It looks like an apartment. And they give you a bike and all that kind of stuff. You're able to leave and go because they're not here to quote unquote punish you behind the cage and all of that, but here to make you understand and learn from the things that you've done. But yet at the same time, help you to be able to adapt to society in a way that you previously weren't. Now, it might sound crazy, all right, but listen, every country
it makes sense. It makes sense a little bit.
In the world doesn't have a prison system, okay? And so that's only kind of a Western thing, all right? So most Western countries have, prisons, but a lot of so Norway won't necessarily be a Western country, but like a lot of Western countries would have prison systems, all right?
Prisons everywhere, though.
Huh?
Prisons everywhere.
There's prisons everywhere, but again, there's 205 countries in the world. Only a handful have prison systems. When you look at all the countries, how they
estimate like a system like America, which is not state run or which is not government based, it's a lot of private organizations. Well, yes, correct. We're one of few establishments like that.
Okay,
but there are jails and prisons in almost every country, there's somewhere where they put their criminals, except for Africa, where they just extract punishment on the street. Like, you did it, cut his hand off.
Well, but also, I mean, so like in Ghana, they also have prisons. So like, if you steal in Ghana, then you are, then they chop something off on your body. Okay, if you steal something, all right. So you can always tell a person who stole something by them not having body parts, all right, by missing body parts. But also, okay, at the same time as well, all right. They have prisons. Now their prison system is much worse than ours, but also it's so excessive, but it cuts down on crime. So like if you do like some minor as far as like, fighting some, or like get into a fight or something like that, you can serve upwards of 4 to 7 years in prison for a basic charge. Like, so they don't like ain't nothing. They have zero tolerance. So so we even here we got a little bit more leeway than other countries, but also we have a whole lot more crime that happens here than we do in places like Ghana. Like Ghana don't have the same like gun violence. Like ain't a thing there. Like if you get caught, if you shoot and kill somebody, it's you can execute it. Okay, so it's all different, in various countries, but in a lot of countries again they don't have criminal justice systems.
I mean, I feel like there's here with the culture of America, unless we're gonna take it to the extremes of other countries. Because I've been saying that, like, if we're gonna do away with prisons, I feel like we will have less crimes or less violent crimes or things that would be considered crimes if whatever you got caught doing, somebody had to do that to you. Whether if it was rape or whether if it was murder or whatever it is, if you got caught doing that, then that was your punishment.
Yeah.
So if we
this should be our next topic one day. We just need to speak on
it. So, but
in
a society now, because I mean, what you're saying with that society, you wouldn't want me being a parent, I wouldn't want a sex offender to have the freedom to go out and be re-established or to be reinserted into society because he's already been in society for however long he's been alive.
Right,
and
so
he's out here touching kids. So I mean,
now in Norway also the crime levels are low too. So like they essentially have no crime, all right, because everybody lives of a good standard, everybody makes a good amount of money, everybody has jobs, so nobody has a reason to even go out and do anything. So as a result, in Norway, okay, that's why their prison system is a lot different. So there are situations where you can't live like that in the world. Okay, is what I'm saying. So
definitely.
But I wouldn't say that they are perfect. It's just, different situations require different circumstances. So like you said, in Norway, if they do some, they might end up getting killed behind, if they steal something or, they don't really play the radio with them. If you do something, we finna kill you over anything you do. And we just finna go ahead and erase you and start over. Like in America, you get second chance, third chance, fourth chance, fifth chance. You get how many chances you can afford, you feel me, basically.
Yeah. And I mean, I feel like we need to go back. We really need to take a look at what's considered a crime. Because a lot of things wouldn't necessarily, in my eyes, be considered crime. Like
smoking weed. I don't think that,
drugs, period. Because I mean, drugs is a personal choice. As long as you're not taking it to the point of where you're hurting people or affecting anybody like
operating machinery or some shit.
Exactly. The personal liberty to do whatever they want to do. So it's certain things that we should look at as far as even what's considered a crime. And if we did that, if we took a lot of the stuff, like I said, drug possession, which is the vast majority of crime committed, quote unquote, is drug possession. If we just took that way alone, that would drastically decrease the number of prisoners that we had and the number of the need for quote unquote reform that everybody seems to see that we need. It's like, we got all these people locked up in jail, but the majority of it is for petty stuff, like personal indulgence things,
That's going to be a topic itself. We're going to continue on. All right. So final things really quick. I want to share with you all something. Listen, it's the only Christopher we acknowledge is Wallace. The big furniture sale event is going down on Saturday. I mean, from October 2nd through 12th with some of our partners over at the Furniture Plug. So everybody, please check out the big furniture sale, and you can shop anytime from October 2nd through 12th to save big. And that big will include 20% off free and local delivery. Okay, so you guys want to take advantage of that. And also, look, check that out. The address is 5505 First Avenue North, Birmingham, Alabama, 35212. Check them out, Clinton Catlin over at the Furniture Plug, and tell them the Carlos Chaverst Jr. Morning Show sent you, and you might receive an additional 5% off. So go ahead and give them. Well, you got 20.
Okay.
Come on. Come on now, man. Look. Right, man. You getting this for 40 years old.
Well, no, I'm saying, but I'm thinking you're saying an additional 5%.
An additional 5%. Okay, guys. I know it's early, but open your ears up a little. God, come on, man. Always, man. Always. Right, so,
if you're doing $500, that's $50. Okay,
that's what I'm saying.
That's $2.50.
No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. 25%. That is nowhere.
I'm talking about our additional 5%.
There's no 25%. So you're receiving 25%.
I'm talking about our additional percent.
So 25% of 100 is $25.
I'm talking about our additional 5%.
What you mean? So it's 25% total.
Yeah, it'll be.
So if the stuff was $100, he'll take $25 off of it.
But no, he already given a 20% off sale. I'm talking about by mentioning us, you get an additional 5%. So I'm talking about the value of our 5%. I'm not talking about the whole 25%.
Oh, well, I mean, I'm looking at the whole 25%.
Yeah, I'm not. That's the 20. The 20 was already there. I'm talking about what we bring.
Yeah.
In my, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. With an additional 5. Yeah. I look at the overall.
Yeah.
You know, so that's what we have, everybody. So check out that from October 2nd through the 12th. Also, listen, we are in LA, and man, it has been a phenomenal time in LA, and I want everybody to check out this photo real quick. So look,
we met Zach Galifianakis too.
We met Zach Galifianakis. That was a pretty dope experience. Meeting Zach Galifianakis from the Hangover series. He was out in Hangover fashion, but this is a photo of me at the Walk of Fame. I have my own star on Hollywood Boulevard, and to commemorate having my own star, it is Rockstar by Nickelback. Everybody.
Oh man, he done went back on them.
I'm never gonna win this. Life hasn't turned out quite the way I want it to be. Tell me what you want. I want a brand new house on an episode of Cribs and a bathroom I can play baseball in, and a king size tub big enough for 10 plus me. What you need? I'll need a credit card that's got no limit and a big black chair with a bedroom in it. Gonna join the Mile High Club at 37,000 feet. I want a new tour bus full of old guitars. Mount Star on Hollywood Boulevard. Somewhere between Cher and James Dean is fine for me. So how you gonna do it? I'm gonna trade this life for fortune. How you gonna do it? I'm gonna trade between Cher and James Dean. Mount Star on new tour bus full of old guitars. Mount Star on Hollywood Boulevard. Somewhere between Cher and James Dean is fine for me. So how you gonna
All right, I just wanted to hear that part. That's Nickelback, everybody. Rockstar.
Carlos, you don't know nothing about that, man. You don't know nothing about
that. Whoa, you don't know nothing about that, man. You better be able to sit down now, man. You better sit down. So when that whoa, let me tell you something.
Hey, you don't know nothing about that, whoa.
So that's what we have, everybody. It has been a very, very, very great show today. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in to the Carlos Chaverst Jr. Morning Show. We're live, we're local, we're back tomorrow morning. Listen, I'm gonna come talk to you in your face. Listen, I want y'all to know something. We love you here. We love you now.
I'm on pilot.
We're going to spend every morning you can. We here with you Monday through Friday. We see you. We appreciate you. We're going to give stuff away. Murdaham. What's the keyword, man? Hey, we got a keyword today.
The keyword is seat stank.
We need to do the word for the day, man.
Got up. His seat stank. So the word for the day is pungent.
Oh shit! Use it in the city, Wolf, for the people in the back. Use it for us. Use it in the city for the people in the back, man.
It means having a sharply strong taste.
Hey, I'm about to punch his ass in the face. That was about to get punched. You better get punched, right?
He done farted 30 times in his season when he got all of them escaped.
That's the Los Angeles L. That's why the air quality is so fucked up around there.
For real, that's why.
He better get punched. Listen, I had some rice and beans last night. I had some Mexican food. Last night. Some rice and beans. But look, it's been a good show, everybody. Tomorrow, stay tuned. We're back at the same time. So you will see you all on tomorrow right here on the Carlos Chaverst Jr. Show. Peace out, everybody.
It's a Carlos Chaverst show. You and me will always be tight. Chaverst giving up the day and night. And even when you start acting like a fool, we appreciate you cause it's all for the move. I know that I could always count on you to bring us all the new and latest news. And every day is a black man in this world. You know there's no one we'd rather hear it from. You and me will always be tight. Chaverst giving up the day and night. And even when you start acting like a fool, we appreciate you cause it's all for the